I started the stream. You rolling?
No, not yet. It's on. I just can't hear you.
Is the video up?
It's up on here, but not on.
Oh, okay. Just waiting a second here, going live for those of you that are going to hopefully participate live on the workout. Letting the stream get up. Hopefully you got your workout loaded if you're riding along on Zwift with me. Just wait another 30 seconds or so. Make sure you got your software going. All your gear ready. That way we can be in sync on the timer. I'm going to check my other computer since I got a couple going just to make sure it's up. What's on? Okay. Seems like we're up and running, so I'll get going here in like 15 seconds. All right, let's get rolling here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's get rolling so we're synced up. Welcome to today's pedal hard session. Start with our ceremonial lazy few minutes. In today's workout description, I suggested this would be a good workout to do maybe 30 minutes before, nice and easy, and then another 30 after, give you a nice 2 hours. So if you did ride 30 minutes prior to this, just look at this warm-up as a little break between, little recovery section between your 30 minutes of endurance and the workout. So just a few minutes, getting the legs turning over, getting settled in. Try to bump your RPM up, hanging out somewhere around 80 to 85 RPM. Let's bump up our RPM a little bit more, maybe 3 to 5 RPM. Here we go, towards 88, 90. I'm going to try to get up around 90 RPM here. There we go. Keeping the power pretty low, zone 1. Good, another 30 seconds here, still zone 1. Thanks for the ride on, S. Wood. All right, let's move into mid-zone 2. Let's work our RPM up into the 90s now. I'm going to spend 5 minutes here. Mid-zone 2, RPM in the 90s. Let's get our breathing going. We got some tempo intervals here. So, a couple deep breaths down into your belly. Good exhales. Okay, get my fan going. Oh, bump that RPM up. Let my cadence drop. So we've got 4 6-minute, what I call tempo or upper zone 3 intervals. So just below our threshold, nice and controlled. When I coach in the training studio, I always say these aren't the most glamorous efforts, but it's the important work. Good quality work. And you just got to put in the time. So we have 4 6-minute intervals, and we'll change up the cadence, the RPM on them. We have another 2 minutes here, still just mid, upper zone 2, cadence in the 90s. If you get out of the saddle for a little bit, stretch your legs. Try to feel how are you weighting your hands when you stand on a stationary bike, especially if your bike's really locked in. I find that I still move my shoulders the same as on the road, but instead of on the road where you would be sort of weight opposite hand of the foot pushing, indoors you're almost weighting the same side of the bike or the hoods as the foot that's pushing, but you have the same upper body rhythm, if that helps you at all. All right, another minute here, zone 2. We're going to have this first tempo interval. All right, good job here in the warm-up. We're going to be starting this tempo. So your upper zone 3. All right, here we go. Our first 90 seconds here, let's go. Same cadence we were there at the end of the warm-up. Hopefully you're in the low 90s RPM. This first one, you're probably going to feel a little bit, I don't know, a little stale, or still need some time to warm up. So don't overanalyze how you're feeling. Let's get through this first one. We'll change up the rhythm here, distract you a little bit. Upper zone 3. Low 90s RPM. All right, here we go. Let's bump our cadence for the next 90 seconds. Try to bump your RPM 3 to 5. Force that RPM a little bit. Still upper zone 3. Relax your shoulders. Elbows are both bent the same. Good job. Another 30 seconds with the cadence up high in the 90s. All right, we're gonna go way low. Here we go, down to about 80 RPM. Big contrast. Good. 80 RPM, upper zone 3. All right, we're on our first of 4 6-minute tempo intervals. We have a minute and a half left. Let's bump our cadence back up. Upper 80s, low 90s. Starting to come around, hope you are too. Gotta remember to breathe. Final minute of this first interval. Here we go, 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Okay, good. 30 seconds. Real lazy here. Just barely pedaling. We have a 3-minute recovery here. First 30 seconds, really lazy. Okay, let's build our cadence back up. Start working back up towards 90. Keep your power low. Keep the resistance low. You're just spinning now. Work on getting comfortable in your saddle. Peeking down. Might need to adjust the shoes a little bit if you started with them. I like to start with mine a little looser, let my feet settle in. Trying to be as symmetrical as we can, even though we're not. Good, keeping the power low, keep that cadence up. Let's do 3 good deep breaths. 1, 2. And the last one, release your shoulders, elbows. There we go. All right, so we've got a minute more. We're going to start our second tempo interval. On this one, we're going to build RPM. So we're going to start low, and then every 90 seconds, we're going to bump 5 to 8 RPM. Remember, heels down at 12 o'clock. Be thinking heels down. You don't have to force it. But load your pedal stroke. Heel down, 12 o'clock. When those crank arms are up at 12 o'clock. Drive your feet forward and down. That pedal goes the same path every time. You just stay connected to it. When you add power, you don't fight its path of travel. Let it guide you around. And you add the push. All right, going in 3, 2, 1. Upper zone 3, 80 RPM. We're starting with the low cadence. We're about 20 minutes in the workout. Muscles should be pretty warm, be able to handle this low cadence. Here we go. 80 RPM. Low cadence gives you a chance to really feel your pedal stroke. Core engaged, belly button up and forward just a touch. Okay, here we go. Let's bump that cadence, 5 to 8 RPM. Upper zone 3, upper 80s RPM. Big exhale. All right, we're about 3 minutes down, 3 to go. Bump that cadence up, mid-90s. Here we go. Good job, come on. Mid-90s with the RPM. Okay, final minute and a half. Just try to pick it up again. Mid to upper 90s. Maybe 100, 105. Here we go. Upper zone 3, high cadence. One minute, keep that focus on the cadence. Core to your feet, that's where the energy's going. Here we go, 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Come on, all the way through. Not done yet. 3, 2, 1. Good, 30 seconds, lazy, slow. Keep your same form though. Good, belly breathing, big exhales. So building the RPM like that will give you a little insight to your preferred cadence. Okay, let's add back cadence, still zone 1, 90s RPM. Hope you're having a good workout. So the first half of the next interval, I'm just going to do right, like I call it your choice, RPM. So settle into upper zone 3 and just settle in at what you feel the most comfortable and efficient at with your cadence for the first 3 minutes. With this range, this zone, you should feel like you could do double the amount of time. Not easily, but you wouldn't put up too much of a fight. And then as you get a little longer, it starts to become really focused. But you could do this for, 45 minutes. All right, we've got about another 30 seconds here, recovery. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, first 3 minutes, upper zone 3, your choice RPM. Just try to feel where you feel the most efficient, what's the most comfortable. Just settle in. Here, just look away from your RPM for a minute. I'll give you a cue when to check where your cadence is. See how you feel. Upper zone 3, just by feel. Now I said it was your choice RPM, but I wouldn't expect anyone to be under 80. You're not under 80, are you? Good job. Just continue by feel. All right, it's been a minute and a half. Have a peek. Where's your cadence? Now hold it there for the next minute and a half. Sometimes it can be really challenging to ride just under your threshold because when you go really hard, you use typically a higher percentage of your oxygen capacity, your VO2 max. So the trap is, obviously we like oxygen. The trap is to just go all in for that short-term feel of getting that high oxygenation, but takes some discipline to hang out just below. Okay, drop about 10 RPM from where your preferred was, but nothing under 70 RPM. So if you're just at 80 or less, don't go below 70 right now. So it's almost like torture, you know, you can last a long time putting out the power. It's like you have a lot of endurance. And instead of it being a hard 5-10 minutes and you're done, it's like you can do this all day. And that makes it a different type of hard. Here we go. About 10 RPM under our preferred. Pull those shoulder blades back and then relax. All right, final 90 seconds, 5 to 10 RPM over your preferred. Here we go. It's a big swing in cadence. Come on, lift the cadence. Final minute. Thirty seconds. Good job keeping the cadence up. Come on. All the way through. Come on. 20. Not done. Five, 3, 2, 1. Lazy legs. All right, good. Let's lift the cadence back up. Still recovery. 85 plus RPM. Zone 1. Here we go. We've got one more 6-minute tempo interval. So we'll keep changing it up. The next one will start on that high range that we just finished on. The middle of the interval will go our comfortable cadence, our preferred. And then the last bit will go low cadence. Good, got another minute and a half here. Nice and relaxed. All right, good job. 30-second warning here before we start our last tempo interval. So the first minute and a half will go same cadence we finished the last interval, about 5, 10 over our choice, our comfortable. We'll go 3 minutes in the middle there. Then our preferred cadence, and we'll finish lower. So prep your RPM a little bit. Here we go. Get your cadence up. Here we go. Upper zone 3. 5 to 10 over your preferred RPM. That was a long minute. So what that tells me is this is probably I'm probably pretty spot on with my preferred RPM. Because the time is it's longer than a minute when you're out of your preferred RPM. Okay, drop to your preferred cadence. You gotta stay on top of it a little because your tendency would probably be to drop a little lower to get the heart rate back to where you feel comfortable and settle back in. You can see how your cadence can really throw a curveball to your zones here. Good, you should start to feel like you're settling in now. Thanks for the ride on, B. Merrill. Hope you're riding along here with us. Although I would have expected a thumbs down from B. Merrill, but I guess he got up on the right side of the bed today. And lucky for me, I don't think they have that feature yet. All right, good job. We're on the latter half of this last interval. Okay, final minute and a half, low cadence. About 10 below. You can go as low as 80. Well, if you go as low as 70, if your cadence was a little lower, it's okay. Not a bad time to get out of the saddle. Good job, 45 seconds. Thirty seconds, we got this. Ten seconds. Okay, good. Let's go a minute, real lazy. We're going to switch it up here. Good job. Good, get your heart rate down. Way low on the power, just barely turning our legs. Okay, here we go. Let's add back RPM. So on the workout description for today, I mentioned that we were going to practice going hard. So the purpose of these next intervals is they're short, and the time, it's not so much the length of the effort because they are short. Now there's 10 of them, so they're going to add up. And if they're number 5, they're not, go ahead and push out if you want. But I've got these set up in the workout to be about 150, 160% of your threshold power. So what I mean by practicing going hard is you're in control, you maintain your form. You're not just pedaling and whipping around, and you've got a very controlled approach to going hard. So you know what it feels like. So if you're out on the road, you know if the first 20 seconds of the hill someone takes off like this, you've got to know where it's going to put you in 20 seconds. And the other is, you can't, not just you, me included, you can't access this power for long periods of time. So you keep the intervals short, and you get the exposure and the experience of being at this high output. Sometimes when you ride with a group, if they drag you along to a hill and you're over your limit, and you hit that hill, well, you're never going to get better at climbing because they brought you to the hill tired, and now you ride up the hill with a high heart rate and low power. So our goal here is touches of very high power, short periods of time, to train that ability and that strength to put out this power while being controlled. All right, we got our first one. Get my breath back. So on these, prep your cadence. Let's bring our RPM up before it loads. All right, here we go. 20-second kick. Come on. More so about control. Firing those feet forward and down. You might have to grip the bars a little tighter. Come on. 10 seconds. Good control. Push, 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 push. Come on. Good, lazy. I'll give you a cue to prep your cadence, otherwise just lazy on the pedals. Good job. Big exhale. Start building your RPM a little bit. Make sure you're up over 85. Here we go. Get after it. Come on. 20 seconds. It's short. Let's go. Fire the feet forward and down. Come on. Good, lazy. So if you're doing these right, you should be a little worried right now. First one was easy. All right, good job. Let's get through the first 5 here. And we'll check in again. Just float on the pedals. Again, you might need to grip the hoods, build your cadence. But still keep from your wrists to your shoulders relaxed. Here we go, come on. You're pushing and you're lifting with your femur. Come on, push. Push, lift, push, lift. Come on. Come on, 5 seconds. Good job, lazy. Big exhale. Maintain control. So don't go beyond your control of your effort, even if you could go higher with watts. Here we go. Number 4, let's go. Relax. Come on, 10 seconds. Using both legs, come on. Good. Relax, lazy. Just floating. Quick sip of water. If you're not able to keep producing the power, you can sit one out and jump back in. We want to hit the watts on these. Here we go, back on. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. Float. Good job. Good job. 5 down. 5 to go. We'll check back in on the last one. Just relax. 20 seconds. Remember, the goal is hitting the power, keeping control. Build your RPM a little bit. Going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Here we go. Good job. Get on top of your RPM and stay there. Let's go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Float. Remember, don't sit up. Don't change your form. Don't waste energy. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Same form. This is part of the effort. Ten seconds, we go again. Start building your cadence. All right, here we go. Back on, let's go. Fire those feet forward and down, come on. Heel down at the top. 5 seconds. Float, good. Nice work, come on, 3 to go. Well, after the next one, only 2 to go. Good job. All right, we got about 10 more seconds. Make sure you're starting off around 85, 90 RPM. All right, here we go. Come on. Maintain form. Come on, there's nothing, you're not letting off. Just push it. Let's go. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Float. Good job. Maybe stand up 2 seconds. All right, we got this. 2 to go. Big deep breath. 5 seconds. Here we go. Same thing. Come on. Number 9. Let's go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Float. Good work. All right. Bring the cadence back up. All right, good job on these. Let's finish strong here. Final one. All right, here we go. Come on. Good control. Come on. Come on. Push, lift. Push, lift. Let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, float. Don't sit up. Keep your form. Relax. We'll just float this final bit of the recovery and then start to cool down. Okay, good. Here we go. Starting our cool down. So you're feeling, let's go another minute, kind of comfortable RPM. Don't have to be spinning too high. So we were practicing going hard. Early in my career, my first year professional, one of my teammates, he was the Olympic champion in '92. And we were in a race and he asked me for a lead out for the sprint. So I let him out and he did, I think he was top 5 or something. And then after the race, he asked me why I didn't keep sprinting. And it kind of made me mad, but it also made me think. I said, well, what do you mean, why didn't I keep sprinting? I led you out. And he said, no, but you have to practice sprinting. He said, what happens if you get in a breakaway or you're in a race and you want to win and you have to sprint? He's like, if you don't practice, you won't be able to sprint. I thought that was pretty simple, practical advice. And it came at the right time at the beginning of my professional career. That stuck with me. And ironically enough, 3 years later, one of very few races I won as a professional, I won in a sprint of 8 to 10 riders, and the leader of the sprint competition was in that breakaway. He wasn't too happy about that. But I give credit to my teammate there for some sound hard advice. All right, great workout. So let's bring our cadence up. Just kind of spin the last few minutes here. Keep your power way low. So again, today's description, I said, it's going to be a great workout if you want to add a little zone 1, zone 2, increase your volume for today's session. So you might end up with anywhere from 75 minutes to 2 hours or so. So good, enjoy the nice endorphin rush from the workout. Did you finish up the bottle? Make sure you have a fan at home or some air circulating, especially when we're doing intervals. I like a towel because it's not like you're outside where, well, the fan helps evaporate the sweat, but your body's, cooling. You need to cool to be able to train. Sweating a big puddle on the floor isn't necessarily a good thing. The more you're cooling sort of at a natural rate, the harder you can work. If you want to train, so when you go outside, you're training high power. You're not training high heart rate and overheating with low power. You're training heart rate and power that match that then transfer out to the road. You're still going to sweat plenty. You don't realize how much you sweat outside with the wind evaporating the sweat off you. All right, good job. Final 20 seconds. Thanks for all of you that joined live. Hope you had an awesome session. If you just picked up this workout, you had a good one in. I hope you had a good one. Gonna wrap it up. Make it awesome.